Good morning guys, Unfrequented World Photography, and today it is time to do a follow-up with the Kenko Pro 300 3x adapter, and we're going to use the Tamron 15600 G2 and the Sony A7r3. I've been waiting for some better light, and we finally have it. Canadian winter is almost over, and this is just one of a series I'm going to do with this Kenko Pro 300. I got a bunch of fast prime 2.8 lenses I want to use it on. For today we're going to use it just on this setup here, which means manual focus only and not the greatest light conditions so far early in the morning. We're still going to capture some shots, and I'll show you guys what we can do with this bad boy. There it is guys, sunrise, so it looks like it's going to be a good day to try out the 300. You absolutely need a really good sunny day to get any good quality photos with the 3x adapter. So there's the Kenko Pro 300 3x attached to the Tamron 15600 G2, and we're using it on the Sony A7r3. This 3x adapter is very specialized and hard to use. I'll show you guys in this pre-dawn light here. You can see the light is still up here on the edge. It hasn't come down to where the feeder where I'm trying to shoot, so we're not getting any sunlight yet. And I'll show you the settings on the camera here. To freeze small birds at the feeder, we're going to need a minimum of 1/160th of a second. And when we put the 3x adapter on the A7R3, we get an f13 value. That's the minimum. We can't go any wider than that. And to achieve our 1/160th, we therefore need 12,800 ISO. So, like I said, you need really good light to use this adapter. There's only so much you can do, especially when you're hitting ISOs over 6400, even with the new cameras. Another thing to mention is shooting at 1800 millimeters equivalent with the 3x adapter, it's very hard to find birds and things in the viewfinder. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So there's the feeder down there, and the view we get up here at 1800 millimeters is just big enough for the feeder holes. So if you're doing some very close-up work, trying to get just headshots of the little birds and things, you'd need to be set up somewhere like this on a feeder where you're not moving the camera around. We're only moving a 1/4 inch up here on the camera, and you'd go right past a whole bird. So to find them in a little tree or something would be darn near impossible. I can get portrait shots of chickadees, so from the shoulders up. So very tight, depending on what you want to do with this setup. We're doing okay at 12,800 ISO, better than I thought we were going to, so I'll show you guys some samples of that. Trying to find small moving birds at 1800 millimeters is kind of a nightmare. And then you throw manual focus on top of that, you're not going to have great luck. So using this lens takes a lot of patience. Shooting with this old lens, you are going to have to do some Photoshop work afterwards. You're going to definitely have to run a sharpness filter on there, as well as boost your saturation and contrast levels as well. So as the lighting is getting better here, I'm able to turn the ISO down, and I'm down to ISO 8000 now, and I can maintain a shutter speed of 1/500th of a second, which is much better, and we should get a lot more feather detail. I'll get a few shots with this setting, and I'll show you guys those as well. So there you have it guys, a few samples from this morning. Those of you that are astute will notice that none of those shots today were taken in direct sunlight, so I think we might have even had some better luck if we had had direct sunlight on our subjects, but I'm happy with what I got. Very hard lens to use, very thin depth of field. You need a tripod, you have to follow your best practice rules, have a camera that handles high ISO. But other than that, it can be a lot of fun, guys. So the 300 adapter will get you shots you just can't get with any other lens. We can Close focus right down to under 5 feet with the Tamron 150-600, so it's a really nice setup to play with. In the upcoming weeks, we're going to stick it on a couple of prime lenses I have, a 300, a 200, 2.8. We should be able to maintain autofocus with that adapter and those lenses. Stay tuned and we'll play with this lens some more in the upcoming weeks. Thanks for watching.